What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another uniform review video. Alright, so we got some new uniforms here to take a look at with the update. The first one we'll be checking out today is going to be Doc Ock's new uniform. We have his Superior Octopus uniform from the Secret Empire. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at what this uniform is going to do for him. So the uniform bonus is going to be whenever he uses the skill Tentacle Shockwave, he's going to get a 200% damage increase for one attack, which is quite nice. It is on a 10-second cooldown, so you can't be using this every skill rotation, but you can get it in there every other skill rotation, which is quite nice. We have 6 skill changes here. His tier 2 passive is going to change. He's going to get increased chain hit damage by 10%, increase guaranteed dodge by 20%, and it's going to enhance the effects of his 4-star passive. So basically he's kind of getting, well, not really a combination of his two looks here, but in the Superior Spider-Man, he has the 20% guaranteed dodge, so he's retaining that. But he is losing the... Well, actually, no, for the Superior Spider-Man, he didn't have any bonuses, but without any uniform, just the regular base Doc Ock, he did have increased bonus and skill damage by 25%, which he does not get back here. Instead, he gets increased chain hit damage by 10% when attacking. So, kind of a combination there. We get a little bit of survivability and a little bit of damage. And then we have the first skill with nothing changed in terms of really the text here, so we don't have any, like... any buffs or debuffs or anything like that. Same here. Here we have damage immunity for 5 seconds. We have a paralyze that does not apply to world bosses. And then we have all defense down here that does apply to world bosses. So let's go ahead and check out the new skills in the skill preview here and see what they actually look like. So, oh yeah, and he also does have the addition of his 6th skill right there, which is not a tier 3 skill, but it is his... what are they calling this? Like the team or combination skill or something like that. I can't remember what it was called, like the team skill. Whatever it is, he does have that available to him now. Once you get to level 70, you can start upgrading that with CCF and also the new material that you get from the world bosses, those little red stone things that I've already forgotten what they were called. But anyway, let's take a look at his skills here. So second skill, or first skill, kind of just a standard skill there. No real protection while using it. And just kind of some tentacle wax there. So hit the enemy around a little bit. Here we have iframe, then no iframe, then back to an iframe. So he's kind of got a little gap there in the skill. So if you kind of need this for protection, you could probably use that to get the iframe and then cancel into another skill or something like that. The third skill, the one that has the uniform effect here that gives you 200% damage increase for one attack. He kind of just hops back there, and it looks like he just shoots some electromagnetic waves at him or something. He's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Anyway, so yeah, that's what that skill is going to look like. Not bad. I mean, he is kind of rooted in place there, but he does have 5 seconds of damage immunity, so that should be the entire length of the skill, correct? 2, 1, yeah, you get 1 second to kind of move away, so the damage immunity does last till the end of the skill, which is nice. So now the 4th skill. All right. Ooh, nice. Kind of reminiscent of Spider-Man there with his newest uniform. Looks pretty good. It is full iframe, right? Yep, a full iframe during the skill, so that's quite nice. So yeah, the 4th skill looks really good. It's a safe skill to use. And now the 5th skill. Iframe. Oh, okay. Nice. Full iframe. He just kind of shoots the tentacles in the ground there and comes up and hits the enemies from below. Very nice. And that applies the all defense down. It looks like it applies at the start of the skill, which is nice as well, instead of the end of it. So, boom. Yep, as you can see there, that 10 seconds is staying above their head during the entire rotation of the skill. We have it stacks up to 14 times, a minus 2%. Yeah, so he's getting that minus 20. Didn't go up to minus 30? Oh, this is skill preview, so it's not fully leveled up, is it? Yeah, I don't think it's fully leveled up. So anyway, that all looks good. So yeah, I like the skill changes here for Doc Ock. They look good. And you can cancel the 3rd skill into whatever skill you want to have that 200% damage increase applied to a different skill. You just need to be really quick about it. So if we went on the 5th skill, just pop it and go. As you can see up here, the little uniform icon is lit up purple. That means that the attack is active and you are able to successfully transfer your damage proc or your 200% damage increase to another skill. because if that goes away, that means you weren't fast enough. So if we click here, you can see it activate, boom. Oh, I was quick enough that time still, but hold on. Wait one more rotation here. I'll show you that if you're not quite quick enough or they get hit at all from the third skill, that it does not transfer over. So boom, and alright, well, it's still transferring over. It's supposed to, it's not supposed to be lit up if you miss the skill. Like if we go, oh well, we started a little too late there. We gotta wait 10 seconds. Come on. It's 10 seconds now. Yeah, here we go. So let's actually boom, and see it just completely disappears when you're partway through the countdown. So that's how you know if you got it or not. It looked a little easier there than I thought, but when I was trying them out in practice, I needed to cancel that third skill really quickly or else I wasn't getting it. But for some reason in the practice mode here, now it's giving it to me whenever it wants. But anyway, that's what Doc Ock is looking like. So overall, I'm liking this uniform so far. It has a lot of potential. He's got multiple iframes. He's got that stackable damage increase on the third skill there, which is really nice. So yeah, the uniform's looking quite strong for him. So now all that's left is to test him out a little bit. So let's bring him into World Boss and see how he performs there. But first, I will show you my build on Doc Ock here, so you can kind of see what my particular Doc Ock is looking like when you see kind of the gameplay here. So check out the details. We have max ignore defense. We have basically max skill cooldown, but we are very low on our crit rate and crit damage. So those are a bit on the low side. The attack speed is okay. It's not bad, but it's not great either. So he's kind of just an average build right here. And then the isolate set, we have Hawk's Eye to get that extra skill cooldown, and then the obelisk here is just a 140 proc, but it's got the ignore defense and ignore dodge on it. Ignore defense really helped me on capping out his ignore defense because I was quite low on both his skill cooldown and ignore defense, but with Hawk's Eye and this obelisk here, I was able to get those basically capped off, so that's fantastic. And then uniform, as you saw before, I was only sitting at advanced, but I didn't have any of the uniform options so far. It was the Spider-Man War Machine team suit that I do not have, and then it was, yeah, the Spider-Man Far From Home red suit. I didn't get the red suit, I got the stealth suit, so yep, missing out on that. So that's why I didn't really upgrade him anymore. I was like, all right, well, I'm over it, because I just wanted to get that initial first 2 steps for the skill cooldown and then for the attack or physical attack. So wasn't able to quite get that. So I think that's everything. We have no Uru on him. None of his skills are leveled up because I don't even quite have his potential unlocked, sadly. We do have, oh yeah, let's see, does that was, yeah, so now it goes up to 30%. So in the skill preview, it was only at skill level 1. And then we have, of course, that one leveled up for the 100% damage immunity. And yeah, that's what he's looking like. So let's go ahead and hop into the gameplay. Alright, so here we are at Proxima because we do have Doc Ock doing physical damage. We have Beast here with his leadership, 50% physical attack. And then we have Valkyrie for her tier 2 passive. And we're going to be doing a stage 54, or at least just showcasing him on stage 54 here. Because that was one of the few stages I could find that did not have blade twisters. Man, those things are on like every floor, so that's why we're on 54 here. I could have gone a little bit lower, but I just kind of wanted to see what his damage was like a little bit higher. And plus, once you get past stage 50, then you get the red world boss booty boxes. So as you can see there, ow, okay, we take a lot of damage, but as you can see there, the damage was okay. Considering we have no strikers, that's actually pretty good. So then we're just going to do that. We're going to do that, and she's going to be out of range, so we can't cancel into the 5th skill. Fantastic. So yeah, Doc Ock actually benefits quite a bit from having mind control strikers, because he's kind of rooted in place for his main damage skills. So the 5th skill, he gets rooted in place here. The 3rd skill that you want to, ow, okay, that hurt a lot, that you want to cancel has also roots you in place. So if she kind of gets too far away from you, it's like the same thing as, oh gosh, whose skill am I trying to think of? Like Doctor Strange's 3rd skill, where it just keeps doing the animation of the skill once the enemy gets out of range. So you're kind of just stuck there, just doing nothing. So now let's go ahead and bring in, actually, do we want to bring in Scarlet? Do I have, what's her name up here? Rachel? No, I don't. So yeah, we're just going to bring in Scarlet here. So now let's try this with a little bit of mind control and see if there's a big difference here. And as you can see, you got like 2-shotted. So Yeah, if you get hit by him or hit by any of the bosses here, Doc Ock is quite squishy still, but luckily he's got a lot of iframes to take advantage of. All right, come here, Proxima. All right, Scarlet, keep her rooted in place. Thank you. Now we're just going to do this. And then we're going to do that. And yeah, we're just going to repeat. Oh, well, I think we, oh no, we got the, there we go. You see that damage when we get the 200% from the uniform and then our damage proc at the same time. We're doing some pretty solid damage with Doc Ock here. Again, you can only get that every other rotation, but that damage is quite, oh, I think we missed, yeah, we missed both of them there. Oh no, we got a regular damage proc. But as you can see there, I was not quick enough to cancel the third skill. So let's go ahead and wait here. Boom, there we go. Okay, that time we were quick enough. And you can see there's quite a bit of, well, that damage wasn't as good as the first time, but there is a pretty big difference in damage. Stop time freezing me. All right, so here we go. Let's try again. And there we go. The damage is looking good. Keep in mind, we only have Scarlet here striking, so there's that. And then, well, I guess we do have a full team up here, but he's only level 60 as well, and this is level stage 54. So there's quite a few factors here for Doc Ock, and he is doing quite well, actually, for the damage, all things considered. So he could probably do like a stage 40, 45 quite easily. I'm not sure if he would actually be able to clear the stage. If I do like full strikers with all defense down, then yeah, he'll clear the stage just fine, because if you do that tried and true combo with Weapon Hex and any damage dealer that does all defense down on any of their skills, then you can start seeing some pretty nasty numbers here. But overall, standalone, Doc Ock is looking quite strong with this uniform. The damage is solid. He doesn't need too much support to dish out the damage, because even that little bit of all defense down is enough to be noticeable there. And then, of course, if you get the dual proc there with the 200% and your obelisk, you're going to see some good numbers. So yeah, overall, I'm quite happy with this uniform here. Definitely makes him a lot more playable. He is still very squishy, so do keep that in mind. If you don't care too much about your damage proc always being, whoops, I didn't even try again, but anyway, say if you don't care too much about your damage proc always being lined up, then you can just kind of do the 5th skill for your damage proc, or try to keep the damage proc on the 5th skill. And then we can just hop in here so I could show you what I'm trying to explain here. We just used the 5th skill. We got that iframe. Try to get the damage proc on that. And then when that ends, you can use the 3rd skill for your damage immunity. And then you can hop into the 4th skill for that long iframe. And then you can kind of just repeat the process. And you should be safe the entire time. So go in here for the iframe. Oh yeah, but if she does get a little too far away from you, then that will kind of mess it up. But then you get the damage immunity there. Then you hop into iframe here and let that play out as long as you want, and then you just hop into the iframe here, get your damage immunity here. If you need yeah, if the 4th skill isn't up, you can use the 2nd skill for a brief pause to give you another second of downtime, and then you just kind of repeat this process here. It's probably one of the safer ways to play him, or to make sure he's out of harm's way, but then you're not taking advantage of that 3-5 cancel, which can get you some pretty nice damage. So anyway, that's going to be my initial impressions of Doc Ock here. Let me know if you want me to test him out more, if you want me to get him to level 70, bring him into GBR and that kind of stuff. So yeah, just let me know in the comments below if you want to see more Doc Ock. But for now, that's my initial impressions. I think the uniform is definitely worth it if you do want to play Doc Ock here. But again, he's not going to do anything that someone else on your roster won't do. It'll just be kind of a fun character to play around at. So yeah, that's going to be it here. Hope you guys enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.